person will still remain in a spot or on a spot for a long time. He said, let your light so shine that men will see your good works. You can have good works, but if there's no illumination, you can have destiny, but if there's no brightness around that destiny, there is every tendency that you will still be there. You will still have all the prospects, you will still have all the connection, you will still know all the people you know, you will still have all the skills, you will still have all the intellect, all the intelligence, all the certificates, but all of them will never be an advantage to you. The advantage a man has over another man is that one has been able to find the dictate of his destiny and be able to labor until that destiny begins to bring impact upon men. So the question is, if at this point of your life your destiny is supposed to lead men to you, what kind of men can your destiny right now lead to you? What kind of men? What is the caliber of people that will be attracted to your life by how much you have invested in your destiny? What's the caliber of people that will be attracted to you? Your clothing might deceive us, your tongues might deceive us, but your destiny cannot deceive us. Yes, your destiny have a way of showing us your inside capacity. Your destiny have a way of showing us the kind of investment you have laid upon. Your destiny have a way of showing us whether you have paid attention to the scriptings of your life or not. How do we know? By the kind of circumstances that your destiny will attract, by the kind of people that your destiny will bring. Yes, I agree that sometimes God might personally allow you to go through things, but when it becomes too extended, too stressed, then we will know that that is how your destiny has been built to. So this is what I believe. God made man, and God put in that man's hand the manifestation for how that man can become the very man he has pictured. So God created a picture. Like I said on Friday, your destiny or your star is the design of God, the original design of God as touching your life. So what we are supposed to do is to look for the picture of your life in the archives of God. How do we do that? By prayer. How do we do that? By committing ourselves to God. How do we do that? By engaging study. How do we do that? By engaging kingdom service. The more we give ourselves to these things, the closer we are to finding the pictures that God has already designed about us. So God designed a picture, and in that picture God left a template. So your job is to first find that picture and capture the template that came alongside with it. The moment you begin to align to the captures that you find in that picture, then your life begins to make sense. Imagine if Jesus will need to buy gold, we need to buy frankincense, we need to buy myrrh. Imagine if you will need to buy all those things at that time. There are many things you look for that God has already designated to the hands of men. But the thing is that those men can only come not because you said they should come. They can only come when your destiny projects in the skies. When your destiny projects that there's an impact that they can respond to. You have to understand that men will not respond to destiny because it is just a destiny. Men respond to destiny because there's an impact around it. Awalamo Ifunaya Jesus. So what level are you now in destiny actualization? You have to understand that aside from the project of being with God, that you know this idea my destiny is in the hand of God. I used to think like that too. Until I read my scripture over and over. I used to think that my destiny was in the hand of God until I read the scriptures. When I read the scriptures, I discovered scriptures that told me that he has given the earth to the sons of men. Scriptures that told me that I am a God upon the earth. Scriptures that told me that God has given to man the choice of life and death, the choice of blessing and curse. And he even went on to say, choose life that ye and your seed may live. So when I read my scriptures and I discovered that what God did to man was that God gave the power of choice to man. With that, I knew that the becoming or the manifestation of your destiny is entirely tied to you. God's job is to design it, and he already did that job. God's job is to design it. The other job God can do is that as you align your heart to that design, over time you will discover that God will be bringing you closer to the picture until the puzzles are entirely defined. It is a man that has not found destiny that will be depending on other men. When you have not found destiny, that's why you'll be angry with people. Say they give everybody 10,000, they did not give me. You don't know your destiny. Jesus did not need to beg Herod to say, please, I know you are the king now, but please, 3 wise men, or wise men rather, are coming to visit me. Please allow them to see me. In the days where there was no GPS, in the days where there was no map, the destiny of a man brought destined men to him. What is the weight of your destiny at this time? If we put your destiny on a scale and we wait, what will be the weight? What many of us do not know is that God gave to us our destiny in raw material, as a raw material in raw form. And so he gave it to you and say, this is your project. This is a project for life. And as much as you process this project, you progress in life. Your progress is entirely tied to the process of destiny that you have committed yourself to. So the more you stay away from the project of destiny, the more you are delayed in life. When I found this truth, I now knew that my help does not come from family. My help does not come from anyone. My help comes from God, number one. And my help will come when I find the rudiments around my destiny. I told you on Friday, for those that were available on Friday, I said, what is your destiny? Do you know your star? It was because the brothers of Joseph did not see the picture that they were stars. That was why they chose to be angry unnecessarily. How will somebody tell you, I had a dream and I saw 11 of you, 11 stars bow before me, and all you can see is bow? You did not see star. Truly, your manifestation in life is tied to what you know, what you have seen. There's not one person seated here that does not have a glorious destiny. Not one. There's not one of you seated here, one of us in this auditorium, that does not have a glorious destiny. But you see, in the next 5 years, what will separate or differentiate one of us from another of us is that one of us have been able to find our destiny. Why are you on earth? You don't have a business with life if you have not found destiny. I'm telling you, you are wasting time. You don't have a business. You are supposed to just ask the Lord to take you home. On a very sincere note, just tell the Lord, take me home. I don't know why I'm here. Take me back. Let me not waste time. Let me just go to heaven from here. Say your last prayers, and if God will honor it, you sleep, and from there you go to heaven. If you are going to remain on earth, then you have to be, the only way to be relevant is that you have found your destiny, such that your destiny will have enough capacity to bring men to you. He said the gift of a man makes way for him and brings him before great men. You will be wrong to think that gift is singing or the gift is preaching or the gift is an intelligence or a skill that you have. The first gift of that man is the gift of God to the man. The second gift is the gift of destiny. It is in that gift of destiny that you discover the gift of skill. It is that gift of destiny that your intellect will become it. It is that gift of destiny that your CV, what you studied in school, your career will make sense. If not, you can read all you can read in life and nothing will be projected from it. Said the star went before them. What caliber of man is your destiny leading to your life? What caliber of man? You are very responsible for the kind of people that your destiny attracts. You are very responsible. It's not by saying, I know I will end up as a great man. A great man that was accompanied of great people will not be. You are not a great man if everyone around you is not great. There should be some people that your destiny has attracted to your life. There will be some level of greatness that your destiny. They gave him gold, they gave him frankincense, they gave him myrrh. If I begin to explain to you, one of them stand for his priestly assignments, one of them stand for his Messiah, his assignment as a Messiah. Then one of them stand for his kingly assignment. Those are, if you want to factorize Jesus into three different factors, those are the three main factors. Jesus was and still is a king, was and still is a Messiah, was and still is a priest. That were the three arms of Christ, as priest, as king, and as Messiah. Those three things they brought to him. If Jesus had not gotten those things at birth, maybe something would have gone wrong in fulfilling any of them. It was God that taught me. He said those three gifts given to him were representations of the things that he was going to fulfill. So he needed those things to come as a seal of that representation. You think the gift they gave him was just one normal gift? It was a gift representing what he was going to fulfill, and his destiny connected men. It would have even been different if it was angels that went to talk to them and say, a king of the Jews has been born. But it was not angels. He said they saw the star. How bright is your destiny? How bright is your destiny? Because you can do too many things and nobody's seeing it. And you'll be wrong, because you'll be wrong if you go in and all you will do is to be angry and say, I've been working. If nobody is seeing it, it means that there is no brightness. It means that there is no your destiny does not have a clarity. Even to you, you are not sure yet of the destiny you carry. You see people that are outside that will know what you carry. That's matters of destiny that we have not paid attention to. Jesus did not need angels to go and reveal that he was born. There was a star, and the star was visible. The star was, the brightness of that star was too radiant to one who is serious with destiny from another one that is not serious. And so God did it in a way that he gave to us our destiny in the same layers. If anybody's destiny is shining brighter than another, it is because that other one paid more attention, labored. He said, and when Zion travails, then she will bring forth a child. So all of us can be pregnant, but the one that refused to travail will not bring forth any child. So if that child stays too long in that stomach or that belly, the possible things that will happen is that the child will die. So many people have aborted their pregnancies because they have refused to give brightness to their destiny. And for some who even tried to carry the pregnancy to the time of delivery, oh yeah, travail, they refuse to travail. Labor for your destiny to attract the kind of men that you need. You have been praying to God to send you destiny men. Destiny men can only connect to a destiny that is bright enough to bring them. What you can offer to your generation will continue to be hidden until you pay attention to your destiny. Agaba o agaba, agaba o agaba, evenado keba. I want to repeat again. You have no business on earth if you are not ready to take upon you the assignment for destiny. You will always be angry at people. You will always depend on people. You will always the unnecessary anger. I discovered these things about my life and I said, hey Emmanuel, if you are going to be a different pastor, then you must know something differently. And one of the things I know I needed to know was that I was supposed to understand the script of my life. Jesus, as is your Lord and my Lord, said, I come in the volumes of the book as it was written of me. That means Jesus did not live outside the rudiment of his destiny. There was a circumference. His destiny was already defined. All he needed to do was to align to that definition, and that was his manifestation. We have become too mechanical in our time. Too mechanical. God gave every one of us a destiny, and your destiny is your project. If you abandon it, your life is as good as gone. In that destiny that God gave to you is the manifestation. The real you is your destiny. I used to be offended before. I'll come and pray for people to give me 500 naira. That was the weight of my destiny that time. It was 500 naira. That was how much I have found myself. That was how much I have gone. But when I went back to the Lord, I said, what's going on? He said, you have not discovered as much as you need to. When I began to plow, I began to give myself. Till today, I have not told anyone anywhere I minister to give me a certain amount. Never. I've never said, as I'm coming to your church, my money is 100,000. I've never said it. But I discovered that by that discovery, automatically things were changing. So I would go minister in a place. In fact, those days I won't dress more. Now I'll just say I want to be simple and just wear up and down. Those days I will wear tie. But after everything, they say, thank you, man of God, for coming. 1,000 naira. They will be so blessed. I had so much to give. You will know that God used a man. I will sit down with someone, tell them everything about them from when they were born till that day, and all that they can see in me is 500 naira. It became so, it was like a season in my life. Even people that are coming to meet me for the first time, yes, they will give me 500. Even those that I know had millions, yes, they will give is 500. Initially I was offended. You know, there was a time in my life I said, anybody inviting me outside Lagos, I cannot pay my flight. I'm not going. I made up my mind. I said, my anointing is greater than that. How will I be this? I'll be struggling inside vehicle. Sometimes when I travel, I'm like crayfish inside the bus. Then in the place of prayer, the Lord said to me, he said, if you start it by yourself, you will fail. He said, but when you labor and I bring you into that capacity, he said, men will take up that responsibility. And truly that was what it became. So what I needed to do was to increase in the brightness, labor until the brightness of my rising can now grow from just bringing mean men to bringing kings. You will continue to fail in everything you do until you find destiny. I said it on Friday. You don't need to forget all these things you are going to. Forget it first. Go and look for destiny. It is by destiny you cannot determine each step you will take. Go and find destiny first, and not just that you find it. Labor. Let your destiny begin to have a voice. Was not Abel that died and his blood was speaking? So, if destiny is by your physical voice, how does a dumb man become very relevant? If destiny is by your physical eyes, have you not seen blind people? How do they become relevant? Many of us have not labored. We have become so good with complacency. We have become so used to 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira, 30,000 naira. That's what. See, if I can just see like 10,000 naira now, I'm fine. I was thinking the other day. I said, 3 projects I did this year. 3 of them, all of them in millions. 3 of them. This last one, million. And I was thinking yesterday. I said, this is just April. 3 projects in millions. Full-time pastor, no job anywhere. And I'm not manipulating anybody to give me money. If you like, give. If you like, I'm not manipulating anybody. When you find yourself and you begin to fan that flame, men will see. Have you ever anywhere seen a building on fire and the building is the one saying, I'm on fire, oh, I'm on fire, oh? Have you seen it? How did you know that the building is on fire? The flames. The flames. That's why many houses get burned and people did not know before they discover, because fire does not make noise. Fire makes news. Most believers, all they have is noise. You don't have capacity to make news. You have to generate news from your life. If you have not found destiny, anything you do will be a waste of time. You might prosper for a while, but after a little while, you will find yourself coming down again. So you will not discover that your life has been placed in seasons. So you see a life cycle of struggle. You are free for 2 months and you say, oh, thank you, Jesus, 2 months free. But after 2 months, you are back to square one. Sometimes after 1 year, you are back to square one. Sometimes even with the supposed substance that you have come into collision with, look at your life and you'll be wondering what you are doing with your salary. It will be looking as though you have not seen money in the past 10 years. As though you did not just collect a salary, because you have not found destiny. Hey, God has already paid for your destiny, and in your destiny God has paid for your entire living. That means everything you would ever need for life has already been made available in your destiny, but you have not found it. Elijah needed to eat. All God needed to do was to tell him, go to that widow. And he went to the widow of Zarephath, and she was about to eat the last meal. He said, hey, bring that food for me. Meanwhile, I believe that it was also the star of that woman that connected Elijah to her. She gave her last food, but that was not her last meal. If we lock every one of you, all of us now, they lock all of us in one room. One room, they lock all of us in a room. There's AC, there is, a room self-contained. Good, comfortable room. Lock all of us there. And say, until the day a destiny man to you, that's the day you'll be released from here. How long will it take you to come out? Because what many of you don't know is that many believers are bound even if they are free. You are walking with fetters, with chains. You are in detention. You have gifts, I agree. You have something to offer. You say it all the time. I know what I do. I know what I can offer. There are things, when you discuss about the things you can do with people, they look at your life and say, wow, there's so much about you. But that so much cannot go anywhere. Even if you sit down with someone who is looking for the kind of thing that you do, if you discuss with that person and say, this is my prospect, this is my prospect, even if that person has all the millions to help you, if you have not found your destiny, there's every tendency that person will not extend that hand of love. This is why many believers are angry unnecessarily, saying they don't want to help me, nobody wants to help me. God did not structure your life for the person you are thinking to help you. God will send you help, but I will tell you this, to a large extent, help is tied to how much you have found yourself. Because even God will not send help to a man who has not found himself. He will waste substance. God does not give temporal things. God will not bless you when he knows that you will squander it. And some of you seated there, you might not deliberately squander it, but because you don't have weight, your destiny has no weight. The pressure of life will choke the substance, so that in 1 year, even if you were given 5 million, in 1 year you can't find 5 million again. Why will you be taking the path that your destiny is not on? It's a waste of time. He said the star went before. What kind of people is your star going before? The star went before them. They were following the star like this until they got to the house. He said when they got there, the star stayed. The star stayed. How does God bring men of substance to your life? How does God bring men of value? Men who have sense. Men who are really concerned about your destiny. Not the ones that will come and play time in your life. Not the one that will come and use you. Use your intellect. Use your gifts. Use your substance and they leave. How do God send men of reward? Men of real reward, that when they come to your life, you will know that God sent men that will reward you. If you are not ready for the labor or for the labor of destiny, just put it in your head that you are not on earth. If you are not ready for the labor of destiny, you are not on earth. You can get angry as much as you want. You can be angry at everybody in your family. It does not concern anybody. It does not change anything about you. It does not lift up the pressure in your life. This is what I found out, and I intentionally detached my life from everybody's hand. And I say, if God will send a man, he will send a man. I will labor until there's a brightness that will bring that great man to my life. Destiny help us everywhere. In those days, those months where they said the scarcity of money was when we were buying new things in church. I did not say anybody. I said you must do it. I was just thinking. Someone was asking me, how are you coping? I said, I'm good, I'm fine. Do you have money? It was people that was calling me by themselves to say, sir, do you need money? I said yes. How much? I said, can you do 50,000? They say yes. I will just stay in my house. Oh, it's because you are a pastor. Is this how I've been a pastor all my life? There was once a time, even as a pastor, it was Dunlop slippers I was wearing. It's not like I've stopped wearing Dunlop. I still have one. There was once a time the suit I was wearing, I can't open it. No matter how heavy that anointing is on me, I can't remove the suit and drop it. Because once I do like this, you will see holes inside the suit. I once used to be angry. Can't people in ministry do this? Can't they do this? I now found out that the destiny would have to shine. And when that destiny shines, it has to even shine beyond the four walls of this church. It has to shine out of Nigeria. And that's what is happening right now. So I can just minister to someone in South Africa and they'll say, sir, bless your life. I can minister to someone in Ghana and they'll say, sir, we need your account number. It's going out goes out to UK. That's how the destiny gets brighter rather, and shines and connects men. That's why you will keep coming to church, and I'm still doing things, and I'm not saying please we need 200,000. See, I'm still doing things because I found that my destiny must not be locked up in the four walls of HPM. I found out. I've said it, I will never be a pastor that will depend on tithe and offering to live. How will I live? Good, let the tithe come in. Glory to God. Let it expand. That's my prayer. Let God bless everyone. But my destiny must not be locked up in the four walls of HPM. My destiny, I found this early, that there's a difference between Pastor EBN and Holy Fire Presence Mission. Then I began to labor. Many of you have locked yourself. You have locked your destiny to the four walls of your room. All you see about yourself is that room you are staying. You have never seen the possibility of your destiny arising to the point where you even begin to pay people's house rent. You have never seen it. God called Abraham one day, took him on a tourism, took him on an excursion to the seashore, and he said, can you count the stars? They say no. He said, can you count the sea, the sun on the seashore? He said no. He said, so shall thy seed be. So shall thy seed be. How? You will not be able to number them. God did not stop there. You know what God did? He said, look and see. He said, as far as you can see. You see, you know what that is? God brought Abraham, showed him the picture of his destiny. He said, your seed shall be as the stars. You can't number them. Then he now went on to show him the place of his own labor. He said, as far as you can see. That means what I said now about you, the cloth is in your hand. So even if I've said you are going to be a great billionaire, if you have not found that in your destiny and labored along with the template, there is every tendency that you can be the poorest man, even if God said you will be a billionaire. I used to think then that because God said I'm going to be a great apostle, that I will just wake up one morning and I'm controlling a crowd. Nah. I used to think then like that until God taught me the place of labor. He said, son, you have to labor. He said, when Zion travail, then she will bring forth a child. Then she will bring forth a child. You would have been thinking that because she's pregnant, that's all. Say she's pregnant, she'll carry it to 9 months. That's all. She should just enter and deliver. She will still need to travail. If not, that child will die. That means all the effort of even carrying that child in the first place will not be